Hello and welcome to Cinebuck Presents, where I give my $2 instead of my 2 cents. There have been times when I had wondered what it would be like for the Tim Burton film Beetlejuice to get its own sequel. There was actually going to be one called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, but it never went anywhere in terms of development. After more than 30 years, we finally get a legitimate sequel. Was it worth the wait? Well, first, let me tell you how the story goes. It takes place more than 30 years after the events that transpired in the first film. The Dietz family had gone its separate ways. Lydia has become the host of her own TV show called Ghost House, her stepmother Delia has become an artist, and as for her father Charles, well, let's just say he met a rather unfortunate fate. Lydia also has a daughter named Astrid who doesn't really believe in the supernatural. As the family prepares for Charles's funeral, multiple subplots start to occur. For example, we find out that Beetlejuice has an ex-wife from centuries past named Dolores, who wants to seek personal vengeance against him. There's also the subplot of Astrid meeting up with a teenage boy named Jeremy who has a rather interesting past. It isn't until later when things really start to get out of hand for the Dietzes, Beetlejuice, and the rest of the characters in both the real world and the netherworld. There isn't too much I can say about this sequel without going into spoiler territory other than I found it to be kind of good, if not great. There were a few problems with the script, such as the lack of focus in the intertwining of the multiple subplots, the fact that there wasn't too much development to come out of Dolores as an antagonist, and the amount of exposition kind of weighed down the viewing experience. Not to mention that there were moments of rehashing ideas from the first film. However, there was at least enough of a driving force in the kooky macabre atmosphere that only Tim Burton could concoct, such as the inclusion of stop-motion animation, the animatronics, and the intricate costume designs. Plus, there were actually a few funny bits. Even the actors who got to reprise their original roles still managed to capture their characters to a T after so many years. It may not be as good as the first one, but it was still a nice nostalgic trip through this follow-up to a cult classic. On a scale between 1 and 10, I give this film a 7. This is Renton Whitetail having given his $2 and signing off. See you folks next time. Take care.